Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com.
Today, I'm Krystal, Paco, and I have with me the lovely, the talented, and now the honorable Senator Regine Biscoe Lee, right?
Thank you.
So thanks so much for joining us. First off, for the people who don't know who you are, give us a little background before you were elected as a senator for the 34th Guam Legislature.
A little background. So I was born and raised here on Guam. I left after graduating from high school at the Academy of Our Lady of Guam. I went to the University of Washington in Seattle.
UW.
Study, yeah. Shout out to my Huskies. They're actually doing really well this year, so I'm really excited for them and for us. So I went to school there. When I was at UW, I actually took an internship at Congresswoman Madeleine Vergalio's office in Washington, D.C. So that was the first time I had spent time in D.C. and I absolutely loved it. So I knew that I wanted to go back to D.C. at some point later in my career and work there. Fortunately for me, after I graduated, I was able to go back to D.C. and I worked for like a small political lobbying firm. We did some really amazing stuff. It was all female, all progressive, like really, it was really my dream job. I worked there for about 5 years. And so I got to have a lot of experience in the Hill. I got to do a lot of advocacy for groups like nurses and farm workers and Filipino veterans and all these different groups, and I got to learn a lot about the political process, the federal political process.
Very hands-on.
Yeah, it was really exciting. So I did that. My husband and I found out that we were pregnant.
Andy Lee.
Shout
out to the Guam Fire Department.
Huge shout outs to Andy Lee. It's actually our 9th wedding anniversary today. So, and fortunately for the people of Guam, he's on duty. Unfortunately for me, he's on duty. So shout outs to GFD and all the firefighters and their families. So yeah, we found out we were pregnant. And so we had our baby girl in Washington, D.C. and really felt like it was, okay, time to move home. All the grandparents are
Everyone
home.
wants to raise their kids on Guam.
Right. It really is the best place to raise a family and just have her surrounded by our family and surrounded by our awesome culture.
Mia, right?
All of those things. Yeah, so Mia is our 8-year-old. She's going on like 30.
She is a really awesome 8-year-old though. I follow you on social media and she does everything.
Yeah.
She's really fit and she's also a very good actress. I've seen her a lot in the GVB commercials.
Yeah. So she's done a little bit of that just because I'm like, hey, do you think that you could stand here, smile, and say this? She's like, yeah, Mom, I got it.
She's perfect. Honestly.
Yeah, thank you.
You and Andy are a power couple.
Thanks a lot. But yeah, I think we'll keep our 8-year-old. She's good. She's good. The 3-year-old, I don't know about her.
And your 3-year-old's name is?
Nina. Little Nina Lee. She's the boss of our household.
Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com. Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com.
Can you tell us a little bit about, your run for senator? When did you realize I'm going to run now? I think all of us in the media kind of felt you were going to do it because you slowly left RINS.
Right.
And you were obviously going to do something. You were just waiting for it. So when did you know it was the right time to run for senator?
Like I said, I had been doing political work for a lot of other leaders, community leaders, national leaders. So it's always kind of been, I guess, part of my professional DNA. and I worked on a lot of other people's campaigns. But to be honest, a lot of people were like, yeah, as soon as you announced you were running, I was like, oh, of course you would do that. But it was never an of course for me. I never was certain that this is what I wanted to do. It was definitely a consideration that I thought about for a really long time, Krystal. I had to sit down with my parents and my in-laws and everybody and like, okay guys, buckle up, because it's gonna be a pretty rough ride. I have young children, so it was really like juggling everything and schedule-wise and just making sure that we could do it and everybody was gonna be okay, at the end of the day, regardless of what the outcome of the election was.
All right. I feel like, do you think that your experience in marketing helped your campaign?
I think for a first-time candidate, it's
Exactly, because you were first time.
really
and 7 were
important.
unseated.
Right, really important to be able to capitalize on earned media. And because I have experience in communications and PR and marketing, I was able to use some of that knowledge, expertise, to kind of push my campaign a little bit further than I would have if I didn't know those things. So yeah, super helpful.
Can you remind us what your platform was, and now that we're going to actually see it? I
Right.
guess.
So my slogan was strong families and strong Guam. So I really wanted to focus on strengthening our communities by supporting our public safety agencies. I wanted to focus on building, really trying to help small businesses, because I owned and operated a small business before being elected into the legislature. And I also wanted to focus on the health of our community. So not just physical health, but also environmental and mental health as well. So those are kind of
And I feel like these are kind of like common things for a mother.
right.
These would be the priorities of a mother, of a young mother
Exactly.
especially. Can you tell us how old you are?
I just turned 35 years old.
Because
so
I want to think that you are one of the youngest candidates. Or
I'm the youngest female. I'm the youngest female in the incoming legislature. So yeah,
And that's wonderful to hear. And then girl power, right? And you have
Totally.
2 daughters. You want to be a great role model.
that's right.
Can you tell us what you're looking forward to most, or what's your first piece of legislation that you're going to work on or
I'm
introduce?
really looking forward to a number of different things. It's been a historic election. There's been a big change, a big shift, and we're really focusing on continuing to listen to the community. So we did so much of that during the campaign, and that is not going to stop. We need to continue to listen to the community and make sure that we have a pulse on what it is they want us to do as their elected representatives. And also, I'm just looking forward to working with my colleagues. And I know that a lot of times in the past, people have been very disappointed with the way that the legislature has or has not worked together as a body, has or has not worked together with their other counterparts, with the executive branch or even the judiciary at any point. So I'm really looking forward to just kind of working together as much as possible. I know there are going to be contentious issues. I understand that. I'm ready to take a stand for what it is I believe in, but there are also a lot of, what we would call low-hanging fruit and things that we can easily, everybody agrees on it, and we can move forward and have progress on those issues first.
Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com. Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com.
Anything you want people at home to know about you?
I want to just encourage people to stay tuned. To stay tuned to KUAM News. To stay tuned to,
See, she works
keep
in media.
that- right. No, but keep those TVs and those radios on, and continue to be engaged in the political process.
Right.
If you don't like something that we're doing, call us up and let us know. That's what this is about. And democracy is only as good as the people that are participating in it.
Wow.
So it's really important. I really want to encourage people, now that the election's over, the next step in the process is, okay, you voted. Thank you so much for voting. Thank you so much for voting for me, especially. It's such an honor. But now, as an electorate, it's our responsibility to really scrutinize our leadership and make sure that they're doing the things that they promise that they're going to do. And if they're not, let them know.
Right. Getting elected was the easy part. The hard work is actually ahead.
That's right. People are congratulating me. I'm like, okay, wait, hold up, because now the
gotta
real
prove
work
yourself.
begins. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think you have, I think, a bigger struggle because you're a newcomer, or because you're a woman?
I think, wow, in the last election, it didn't matter if you were an incumbent or a newcomer. People were just, looking for something specific, something different, and it didn't really, being an incumbent wasn't necessarily an advantage.
Right, 7 unseated. So.
Right, that it was just such a historic election. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily see those things as like a disadvantage or a challenge necessarily, but more so an opportunity. Especially, being a woman, I think there are 5 very capable, very, very brilliant women that are going to take seats in the 34th legislature. And, I've met with all of them, which is great. And actually, some things that I've taken from my experience in DC, I was telling you how I worked in a lobbying group that was all female. But one of the things that's really, really cool about the U.S. Congress is they have a women's caucus in both in the Senate and in the House. And sometimes with all that partisan gridlock, people are so frustrated they can't even talk. They can't even talk, Krystal. And you can't move forward if you're not communicating, but somehow these women are able to get in a room and make things happen. So I've seen that happen a lot of times, and Guam is really the perfect foundation for that. We have a matrilineal society, and so women are leaders in our community, and I'm really looking forward to women stepping up and making things happen if there's ever, a point where we can't move forward.
And speaking of female leaders, your thoughts on our new president?
Oh man, I actually did an interview with my 8-year-old. It was one of these things on Facebook where you ask them all these questions and you have to post exactly what they say verbatim. So it was, what makes you happy? She asked, or I was asking her, what makes me happy? She said, oh, us, we make you happy, mommy. I'm like, okay, good. What makes me sad? And she was like, Donald Trump wins the election. I'm like, yep, you're pretty spot on. But you know what? I think this also gives us a great opportunity to be very vigilant, to really scrutinize what he's doing and make sure that we're paying attention. There are a lot of things that happened in the Obama administration on executive order that obviously I was really happy about. There were some things that I wasn't very happy about, and I was vocal. I picked up the phone, I called the congresswoman's office, what can we do? She has a lot of seniority in DC, so I think it's important that we flex that muscle, and also flex the muscle that Governor Calvo has as part of the Asia Pacific, the Donald Trump's leadership team.
Right.
And really, we don't have to take these things lying down. If there are things that are affecting our community, we need to absolutely stand up and make sure that our voices are heard. So while I'm disappointed, while I wish the outcome would have been different, not just in the presidential, but even in the House and in the Senate, really, I think, really scary times. But we'll see what happens.
We're ready to be pleasantly surprised by Donald Trump.
I really hope so. I hope he stops tweeting at 3 a.m. I hope he really takes this seriously, because people are expecting him to be the leader of all Americans,
Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com. Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com.
So what's one thing that you want them to walk away with when they think about, oh, that's just my mom?
Yeah, you know, during the campaign, it was so cool because some of my signs would start popping up, and then, you know, we're in the car and my 3-year-old singing like Frozen, Let It Go, or whatever the case may be, and she would be singing let it go, mommy sign, and then she'd continue singing, and, you know, we'll be driving down the road, mommy sign, and then, you know, there were a couple of them with my family on it. She's like, that's my sign, look, it's us, Mia, you know, just pointing it out, and they took a lot of pride in the campaign. And, you know, obviously when I was elected, when we won, that was even more exciting for them. But I think, you know, being an elected leader, I want them to know that they are my priority, that the people of Guam are my priority, that families are my priority. But also I really want to encourage them to continue to ask questions, and that learning does not stop when you have a degree. Learning does not stop. You know, there's never an end, like a huge graduation, okay, you're completely done. I really want to encourage them to be lifelong learners. Literacy is really big in our household, and it's something that I'm taking with me into the legislature. I'm really looking forward to reading and getting spooled up on committee work and bills that are offered by other people, because I think that's where a lot of confusion lies. You know,
is in session floor.
Right, and the devil's always in the details. Girl, you know that. You know, you're like, you have to be very critical of some of the things that...
you know, even words like that, little tiny details could make all the difference.
Notwithstanding. Oh, yes. Absolutely. So we need to be really taking a close look at all of those things and reading.
So when you're not, before you decided you wanted to be a politician, before you had your family,
I don't know about politician, but public servant.
Public servant. Okay, got corrected. Public servant, and it's actually correct. What did you want to be when you were growing up as a kid? What were you aspiring to be?
Well, you know, I was a dancer for many years, so I think when I was much younger, I really wanted to be a ballerina. So
it's not too late.
No kidding. I actually am a dance minor, so I did it even in college.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
I really love dancing. So I wanted to do that. I also really aspired to be a teacher. I was so inspired by a lot of my teachers, my kindergarten teachers all throughout, you know, middle school and high school, still play a really big role in my lives. I'm Facebook friends with a lot of my former teachers.
And it's never too late to be a teacher either.
Right. And I could maybe, when we're done with this, we could check them out at GCC or UOG and see if they're looking for any
if you have any openings?
Yeah, seriously.
Call Regine Biscoe Lee.
Just call me. Just let me know.
Now let's talk more about your family. How did you meet your husband?
Oh, that's
because I love this story. I actually know this story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my husband and I met in the 6th grade at St. Anthony's School. We were classmates at St. Anthony, and he came in the first week. He was at the cathedral before, and then he moved over to St. Anthony, and he asked me to the back to school dance, and I was like, this new kid is so cute, he's so sweet, but I can't go with you to the back to school dance. No, it's just not gonna happen. So I think I might have told him, or maybe wrote in a little hymn and a little note, like, you're so nice, but it's no. And he's a persistent guy, let me tell you, because we ended up being really good friends. He asked me so that was the back to school dance in 6th grade, and then my freshman year of high school, he came with me. He asked me, he's like, hey, can I come with you to your Christmas ball? I'm like, sure, Andy, you can come with me.
You went to Academy, that's why.
I did. So he came to the Academy Christmas ball. Get this. He kissed me underneath the mistletoe, and he never called me back again. So I was like, oh, that's it. No more for Andy Lee. No more for this guy.
Wait, back up a little bit. I think you wrote in your diary.
Yes. So actually for our wedding, fast forward many years, this persistent guy never gave up. And I wrote in my diary in I think it was the 7th or 6th grade, I wrote, you know, Andy Lee is so sweet. He's so nice, but it's just never gonna happen. Like, I would never, ever. And And of course, my sister ended up reading my diary at my wedding. So she's like, let's read this entry from August 1993, where Regine says she'll never, ever, ever date Andy. And here she is getting married to him.
Aww.
So, yeah, it's interesting. It's totally full circle because now our 8-year-old is going to school at St. Anthony. And
it's your wedding anniversary.
It's our wedding anniversary today. 9 years.
Any last words before we park?
No, I just think it's so cool that you guys do this. And, yeah. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff coming out. Facebook, Instagram, Regine for Guam, and then I also have my website, regineforguam.com. So check it out, stay tuned, and yeah, thank you for everything you did.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Again, you can check her out on social media. This is Regine Biscoe Lee. Thanks so much for tuning in and cruising.
Bye.
Triple J says yes. Check out our new and enhanced website at triplejguam.com. Get real-time view of every vehicle in our inventory, instant trade-in, plus easy financing. Triple J says yes. triplejguam.com.